the purpose of we making this notch is to enable the whole pieces to go in without any challenge. So this is it from the under part. So after you have succeeded in bringing this inside, then this other part will now be open as well. So you press it open like this. So this is how it is. Then you bring it back to this other side of the fabric. So after you've succeeded in having your 1 inch outside alone, this is the 1 inch outside, then you pick your pressing clothes, because you're not expected to iron directly on the fabric. So you pick your pressing clothes like this, you sprinkle water, then you iron it down. So ensure you make use of your pounding block. So this is it. After pressing it down, you can now fold your fabric, the edges inside. So now this will now determine if you want it straight. If you want it straight, fine, you can make it straight from this moment. And if you want it slant, and it always goes on this direction, it always goes on this direction if you want it slant, not this direction. So if you want it slant, this is how it will be like, on this direction, going towards the armhole. So after setting your edges, then remember to pick your pressing clothes, you sprinkle your water, then you press it down. So after pressing it down, you have a nice edge. This is how it will look like, going towards this direction. So after now, we are expected to sew from the inside, not outside like this. And on this other edge too, we are expected to raise this place up and sew from the inside. So in order to get your right settings, since you know it's not straight and we are expected to get it once, you can take your chalk, you mark this edge, and you mark the other tip. The same thing goes to this place. Since we are all learning, you mark the 2 edges. So once you mark these 2 edges, it will now enable you to sew. Once you raise it up, you may lose your particular point in which the balancing will come from, but with the help of this point, you should be able to set it right and you sew from the inside. So now we go to the machine and get it sewn. So this is how it is. We are back to the sewing machine. So now this is our point, this is our point. On this edge, you place the edge like this, open it up, and you ensure this is your line. I'm sure you can see a particular line there. You ensure this your line should be on your point. Then you place it there. Then you sew on the edge. So once you succeeded in sewing the edge, you cut your thread. Now, and it happens, we are now having excess coming out. So what do we do? The answer is, you don't need to get bothered. Bend the remaining allowance inside and tack it. That is all. So you now cut off your thread and cut the remaining excess out. So once you've cutting the excess out, this is the other side. Now we are done with this other part. Now coming for this other side, the same way you handle this place, same goes to this other edge too. You pull it from the inside, you make sure you get your right settings, and you can see the line that is there too. You sew on the line as well. So this is how it should be like. You sew on the line. That is all. So once you've sewn this part, now you can now cut. Remember to cut your threads. Now this is how it should look like. So after this moment, you can now cut off this excess too. So after you've cut off the excess, then remaining to sew the depth of the pocket. That is this remaining allowance that is here, just for us to sew it down. That's all. So that is what we're going to do now. So we now sew down, take it down, after you're done sewing, then you trim the excess out. So this is how the chest pocket is being formed, and this is the front view. So now after this moment, you can take it back to the table or to your pressing surface, and you put your pressing clothes, then you press it down. Ensure you clean this chalk off the dress so the client will not complain. Thank you very much. I remain Samson, Sunday Ali Brown.